Okay, so today we're going to do a deep dive into a really ambitious piece of wearable tech. I'm talking about the Meacode AI Smart Glasses.
Ambitious is definitely the word. I mean, the marketing claims are extraordinary.
Right. They're positioned as this all-in-one device for your face-identifying objects, translating text on the fly, photos, videos, calls, music.
And you can even swap out the lenses. It's a huge technical promise.
It really is. So our mission today is to just neutrally analyze the sources we've gathered, consumer reports, marketing materials, and focus purely on transparency.
We're looking at the gap, between what's promised and what users have reportedly experienced.
And we have to say this up front. This is educational commentary. It is not medical advice, and it's not a recommendation to buy or avoid any product.
Absolutely. Our focus is squarely on consumer transparency and analyzing these marketing claims.
So let's start with what really matters, the user experience. Once people actually have the product in their hands.
Well, the first thing that stood out is what wasn't there.
You mean on the product's own website?
Exactly. A noticeable absence of user reviews. So naturally, you have to look elsewhere.
And when you do look elsewhere, the picture gets interesting. We saw aggregated third-party ratings that were, frankly, pretty brutal.
Very. The figure that kept coming up was a reported 1.4-star average on Trustpilot.
Wow, 1.4 out of 5. That tells you a lot about post-purchase satisfaction right there.
It does. And a big part of that seems to connect to the physical quality. The reported price is about $289.
Which is not an impulse buy for most people.
Not at all. And yet we found multiple user reports describing materials as feeling lightweight, even cheap. There's a real mismatch between that price tag and the perceived build quality.
And that kind of mismatch gets even worse when people run into problems.
It's compounded, yes.
Ah.
We saw consumer reports citing major difficulties with customer support, specifically when trying to get requested refunds or replacements.
For anyone listening, that combination of perceived low quality and poor support is often a significant warning sign.
It is. And if the quality and support issues were the first red flag, the marketing material we analyzed was definitely the second.
Oh, absolutely.
Huh.
You land on the website, and it's just plastered with logos from huge media organizations. CBS, ABC, NBC.
It's a classic move to build instant authority. The problem is our sources suggest there are no verifiable links, no articles, no TV segments to back up those implied features.
So it's borrowed authority without the proof.
Precisely. And that ties into another thing we noticed, the imagery. We saw reports that the site uses duplicated or even generic stock photos.
Which is strange, right? You'd think a genuine tech brand would invest in original photography.
You would. It's about building confidence. Using generic images alongside unverified media logos, well, it suggests an attempt to create an appearance of scale without independent validation.
They also seem to lean really heavily into pressure-selling tactics.
Very much so. All that high-urgency language like, only a few left in stock, or claims of being ranked #1.
Paired with bundled discounts like buy two, get 15% off. It's a playbook designed to get you to make a fast decision.
And that brings us to the core promise, doesn't it? The AI itself. Hands-free, real-time translation, instant object identification. I mean, that is an incredibly high technical bar for any device, let alone smart glasses.
And the user reports we analyzed really seem to bear that out. People cited a lot of inconsistencies in performance.
Like what specifically?
Things like the taps to activate functions not always being responsive. The translations were described as non-seamless, which suggests noticeable kind of disruptive delays.
Exactly. And that suggests the hardware might just not be equipped for that instantaneous processing that true seamless AI requires.
What about the object discovery feature?
That's another great example. So it was reportedly functional, but in a very generalized way. It might identify a dog, but not the specific breed.
Which likely means the AI model it's running is more basic, not precise.
That's what the evidence points to. So what this all comes down to really is a pattern.
A pattern of low reported user satisfaction, which seems to be driven by this gap between the heavily marketed features and an inconsistent real-world performance.
And it's all paired with this promotional material that relies on pressure and claims that are difficult to substantiate.
So that brings us to our final thought, a question for you to think about.
When a company's whole sales pitch relies on advanced, complex, tech-like, real-time translation or object identification, what level of verifiable, independent performance data should you, the consumer, really demand before you commit?
Something to consider. And as a reminder, this has been an educational analysis of marketing and consumer reports.